December of 2014. Sinking of both shafts of UST-JAJWA mine is in process. The very same day the year before, the staff at UST-JAJWA has discovered the first layers of salt after the first lift of bucket with the rock extracted from the first shaft while drilling of pre-drilled wells at a depth of 242 meters. This result was preceded by a large amount of construction, commissioning, and blasting operations. Blasting at the shaft number 1 began at the end of the first quarter of 2014. Before this work started, service walkway had been sunk down to 39 meters and clamshell equipment had been installed to speed up the process of excavation. At that time, the installation of headgear steel structure had been completed at the second shaft. Stage winch pulleys, hoisting equipment, and rescue ladder winch had been mounted. At the same time, spring thaw prevention activities had begun to start a new season regardless of weather conditions. By the middle of spring, all the major work at UST-JAJWA mine had been carried out inside headgear. We had sunk down to the bottom of the wall in March, and in April we continued further sinking. We carried out 2 cycles of preliminary concrete lining, and now we continue sinking. As for ground operations, in the spring, lifting machine buildings and tubing warehouse have been mounted. Track laying and headgear protective construction have been completed. Fire safety activities have been carried out. Mobile formwork and laser lot area have been mounted. At the shaft number 2, sinking and commissioning mode has started. Shaft excavator has been lowered down to bottom hole to remove broken rock. Moreover, at the same period, modernization and improvement of sinking equipment at both shafts have been carried out. During spring and summer period, almost 100 meters have been sunk at the first shaft. Construction of a temporary concrete lining has begun. Concrete plant has been built for needs of UST-JAJWA mine. LLC UST-JAJWA has developed a special grade of concrete, B35, especially for shaft sinking. Manufactured concrete has a strength capacity of up to 80 megapascals, while the concrete used for houses construction has a strength capacity of only 44 megapascals. Special properties of concrete mix and well-established process of its production and delivery can significantly accelerate the installation of temporary concrete lining. We do not wait 7 days until it sets, becomes hard, and gets strength. Just after 3 to 4 days, we remove the formwork and move on. By the end of July, at the second shaft, about 45 meters have been sunk. Banking level and ventilation system have been mounted. Preparations for full-scale shaft sinking have begun. Moreover, during the summer period, temporary warehouse for 5,500 tubings has been completed. In the autumn of 2014, metal prefabricated elements for shaft lining have been delivered to the outdoor tubing storage. When encasing the segments into the shaft, tubings are assembled to form the tubing ring. One ring is composed of 15 tubing segments. After installation, the entire structure must provide reliable waterproofing of the shaft, so the quality of all its elements are carefully monitored at the site.
К самому тюбингу определяются очень жесткие требования вот именно по качеству, потому что сам он работает.
Quality requirements applied to tubings are very strict because they take up high hydrostatical pressure. High-level requirements are applied to the quality of tubing holes. These are backup grouting holes, threaded holes.
Качеству самих отверстий в тюбинге это забутовочное, тампонажное отверстие, то есть резьбовые отверстия.
About 2,800 tubings are needed to build tubing lining at one shaft. More than 5,500 tubings in total will be used for both mine shafts in Berezniki. The scheme of their storage has been specially developed by technical department of UST-JAJWA. The number of employees working at UST-JAJWA project has reached 315 people in 2014. This is the number of specialists working in all divisions of subsidiary company of German concern Daimler GmbH created in 2008. Since its founding, the company has grown to have its own office in Berezniki, 2 offices in Perm, and of course, it has its own construction site.
Also bis zum Ende der Arbeiten, bis zum Ende des Schachthäufens wird es ungefähr gleich bleiben, das Personal.
The number of staff will not change too much until completion of shaft sinking. The only thing that may happen will be a transfer of a worker from one department to another department. That's just due to this, there will be some changes.
Intern kann es sein, dass da ein paar Umsetzungen wird.
Due to the coordinated and professional work of commercial department, engineering department, and staff of the construction site, we managed to start research and cement work at UST-JAJWA project just in time. Until early December, specialists filled a gap in the schedule occurred in the spring. 900 tubing segments have been delivered to the site. Construction of pit head tunneling system of both shafts has been completed, and contact salt area has been reached.
В целом мы год закончили так, как и планировали, то есть все поставленные задачи были выполнены.
On the whole, we ended the year as we planned it. All tasks have been performed. Of course, there were certain complexity. Rock hardness had not always been proved out, so we had to involve science, receive recommendations for sinking, shaft concrete lining, and adjust the technology of sinking. Geology and nature gave us a few surprises, but we managed to accomplish this work successfully and coped with everything. Therefore, we are glad to bid farewell to the last year and are optimistic about the coming year.
С радостью провожаем прошедший год и с оптимизмом смотрим в год грядущий.
For the first half of 2015, LLC Daimler plans the most important work for re-equipment of sinking platforms, punching of picotage joints, and installation of tubing and water seal. The company also plans to reach the salt layer at both shafts, to reach the level of 292 meters.